Hello, guys. Happy Monday. It is April 2nd, I think. Yeah, it's April 2nd, 2018. And today I wanted to talk about grief. So, April 2nd means that there is 9 days until the 4-year anniversary of my mother's passing. And she passed away from a brain tumor, one of the deadliest kinds, a glioblastoma. And as this was already on my mind, knowing that the date is coming up, it was interesting. I was watching The Good Doctor last night, which is about an autistic doctor. And in the show, his mentor is diagnosed. It was like the season finale. His mentor is diagnosed with a brain tumor, and of course, at one point, they thought it was a glioblastoma. And I wasn't sure I was going to be able to finish the episode, but I did. But in doing that and sitting and thinking, I realized that I think there is definitely some leftover grief and trauma that I haven't dealt with, that I probably should deal with. I'm kind of analyzing at this point what residual effects it's having by not having finished or dealt with or processed some of the trauma and grief. I still have those moments where I'm like, I can't believe that she's been gone that long already, and I had gone and taken care of her the last 4 months of her life, and there's a lot of trauma around watching someone you love, especially a mother or a father, deteriorate from a disease like cancer. To watch her go from the mother I knew my whole life to literally a shell of a body that looked similar and sounded similar but wasn't at all the person that you know. And to watch them waste away in that way and fade out in that way is traumatizing. It's traumatizing to lose a parent overall, but there's some added trauma when you watch your parent waste away in that way. And yeah, she was my rock. She was my stability. She was, home. And I think since she passed away, and then my mother-in-law passed away like a year and a half later, and she was the other founding, stationary thing for my husband and I both. And it left us floundering in the waves without any kind of anchor. And I think we went into survival mode, and we've just been doing everything we can to survive without their support and without their presence. And I don't know. I'm sure that's pretty natural for everybody. It probably is kind of a natural reaction when you lose a parent. So, I don't have any wise words about grief and trauma. But I know that it's important to deal with it. And I think how that's done is different for everybody. It looks different, it feels different, it sounds different for each individual. I don't know what it looks like or sounds like for me. I don't know if that means just coming to grips with the fact that she's gone, or how she went, or, the visual movie that plays over and over in my head of those last days. Yeah, that's that. I mean, in one sense, I don't want to forget, but at the same time, I also don't want it replaying in my head whenever it damn well feels like it, and I have no choice in the matter but to be brought back to that moment, So, if I come up with any insights or thoughts on this, I will definitely try to post about it. But But yeah, I think that it was definitely a signal for me that there's some shit I need to deal with. But then also I was thinking, maybe I need to make a video about it, because maybe it needs to be triggered in somebody else who's watching, that it's time to deal with some grief over the loss of a loved one. I know there's a lot of people out there that have lost loved ones, either, spouses or boyfriends or girlfriends or parents or, even grandparents. It's been almost 20 years since my grandma passed away. That just boggles my mind. I don't know how it could possibly be that long already. But there was a lot of years of grief in that as well, so maybe I needed to make a video to let somebody else know that, you're not the only one that hasn't dealt with the loss and the grief and the trauma of losing someone. But maybe it's time to make a mental note to sit down and do so and try to deal with some of that. I don't think it ever ends. I don't think that processing ever ends. But if you can get a little farther along the way and resolve a little bit of it, I think that's always going to be for your best overall well-being. So I don't want to make this video too long. That's all I wanted to say on that topic. There's not much else to update. I do want to do a video. I did my other video talking about the fact that I agreed to talk at our work meeting. It actually went over really well and was really well received. So I might actually do like a whole video about sleep. I guess I had some good pointers that I didn't realize were that significant. But if I do a sleep video, it's probably going to be a longer one, like an hour long, because the 5 or 6 minutes that I talked at the meeting was just not nearly enough to portray. I don't know. To get my points across and all the different things that can be done to help with sleep. So hopefully that'll be coming soon. That wouldn't be something I would be doing sitting in my car at work. That would be something I would do at home when I have a long time to be able to sit and ramble. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me some comments, and thank you all for watching, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.